It's fun staring at a sea of 170 people. It's nice talking to you guys here today because if you have anything to say, hopefully you feel comfortable enough to just yell it at me. If you want to talk to the people beside you, you can talk to the people beside you, but I'd probably notice. But when there's 170 students, I don't notice. I can't participate in the conversations that are happening between students. Students are restricted by who they're sitting around, and I'm certainly not going to, especially if I forget these, see if anybody wants to talk to me or ask me a question. It's hard to get feedback from students whose faces are looking blank. Hopefully there's furious work happening back there. When I use Twitter, I can get instant feedback. They're interacting with the content, but at the same time they're interacting with each other. There's a sideways conversation happening. There's also, if the lecturer or the presenter is on the ball, the opportunity for the presenter and the students to be interacting at the same time as the presentation is happening. So I'll sit with my iPad beside the desk and I've got the PowerPoint or whatever it is I'm using on my computer flowing up to the screen, and on my iPad I can see when a student tweets me. Sometimes it's a question and then I can respond to that question instantly. And of course, if one student has that question, it's likely that lots of students have that question. And I can answer it at that point in time rather than waiting till the end of a segment and saying, are there any questions? So I really like using Twitter in that way because it's not just me to them, but it's me to them, them to me, and them to each other. And later on, while I don't have time to track all of their conversations on Twitter during the lecture, I can go back and see what they were saying to each other. And that's really cool. So I can look here. Jess, half an hour till the science exam, we have an exam. I'm feeling pretty confident, bring it on. And me going, woo, go Jess. Let's see what Tom shared. Oh, he's done some calculations, nice, okay. Here is, and this is the reason I really like Twitter over Facebook. Here is somebody who's not in the course, engaging with my students. If they are on Twitter and they're sharing, well and good. If they're not on Twitter, they can still see it. And I can say hashtag EDUC1706. Let's see if that comes up. EDUC6 on Twitter. So I'm not logged into Twitter, but students who maybe aren't willing to take the plunge into Twitter, or lecturers or whoever wants to, can go and still see any of those hashtag tweets on Twitter.